False allegations in family court. Who is to blame? This comes from a voiceformen.com. There is information in here that will piss you off. Here's a great one. Adding further to the problem are the ingrained institutional biases that seem to be systemic in family court judges. At a 1994 judicial conference, which was published in the New England Journal of Law, a New Jersey municipal court judge, Richard Russell, was recorded actually urging his colleagues to violate basic constitutional protections and due process when he stated, "Your job is not to become concerned about the constitutional rights of the man that you're violating as you grant a restraining order, throw him out on the street, give him the clothes on his back, and tell him, see you around. We don't have to worry about the rights."
That's absolutely correct. And I mean, trying to take them into federal court for violating your constitutional rights is almost impossible.
Yep.
Because of qualified immunity. They literally could do whatever they want to you. Oh, you can't do anything. You were immune from prosecution. Then why the hell do we have a constitution if nobody's following it?
Exactly.
Right.
And what incentive is there to follow the Constitution with qualified immunity?
There is none. That's why we're seeing a lot of the crazy shit we're seeing out from our law enforcement.
Yep.
But most of the people out there are blaming just the cops. You need to talk to the prosecutors, the judges, and the people who make these stupid-ass laws that are violating your rights.
And they're all together on it.
Yeah, they're all in on it.
And check this out. You'll love it. With child custody disputes, some research indicates that up to 70% of domestic violence allegations are considered false. Literature purports that the prevalence of false allegations is up to 84%, and approximately 85% of those are issued against men. So even if we go with the lower figure of 70, that means that over 2/3 of these accusations are fabricated. The travesty in this number is that it represents individual parents. This means that numerous parents are wrongly accused and erroneously experience unadulterated devastation and destruction due to a blatant misrepresentation of the facts by their ex or soon-to-be. The misuse of restraining orders is an unfortunate trend. The power of false allegations of abuse in family court is undeniable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. Look, they tried that shit on me and when I was going through my divorce, and luckily the judge I had was like, he's like, okay, can I see the police reports?
Yeah.
Can I see the hospital records? A note from a doctor?
Yeah.
You don't have any of that? Okay. I don't want to hear any more of this. He shut that shit down.
Trying to do the same thing with discovery, follow motion, order of protection against me to block discovery, saying I was stalking her.
Oh, naturally.
And the judge just threw it out and said, just file a subpoena for her financial records. It's crazy.
It's nuts, man. And it happens all the time. And you might be thinking, I don't have to worry about this if I just don't get married.
Here we go.
Bum, 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 bam. Henry has done streams on this as well. I'm going to let you just take the lead on this one. XQC. Apparently, his ex, even though he never married her, is attempting to prove common law marriage, which may entitle her to enough alimony to never work for the rest of her life.
Is this in America?
Yes.
What state?
Yes, it's in Texas.
Does Texas have life alimony?
I don't think they do. So,
California and Florida do.
Yeah.
This kid, he's not a kid, he's 27 years old. I think he signed a $100 million deal with Stake during this quote unquote marriage.
Damn.
That's the rumor. And if she could prove common law marriage, I think he's making maybe $20 million a year from just the deal alone. She will never have to work again.
Do a search right now if there's common law marriage in Texas. Can we do that?
Yes, there is. There is.
There is.
Oh shit.
Yes, and it's actually going to trial.
Wow.
But it's going to trial, and he lived with her maybe for a couple months. And what ended up happening was he kept getting swatted. She said, "Hey, come live with me." He moves in with her. They end up getting a place together. He signed the lease. He ends up going back to Canada during the pandemic. She wants to come visit him, and she uses the lease to establish common law in Canada to get inside there. Damn. And then they break up, and she's like, "Hey, we didn't break up. We were married." And he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then she put the gag order on him just to, so he can't talk about it.
All right, that's another thing I would never. I don't think I would ever comply with was a gag order.
No.
I think I would just they'd have to throw me in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well, that's
literally,
what she wants for him. She wants him thrown in jail for contempt. For
Damn.
spending, he bet like $500,000 on the World Cup and lost. And she's like, he shouldn't have been able to do that. He bought a Rolex, and she's like, he shouldn't be able to do that. He cut off the access to the Tesla.
It's his fucking
they're-
money.
yeah. But the thing is, they only lived together for a few months.
They signed for technically a few months because he was moving everywhere. But in Texas, there is no time limit to establish common law marriage.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he could get royally fucked over this.
Yeah.
He's fighting it, but I don't think she's gonna win. And she's
I
already
hope-
lost. Like, her reputation is down. Her streaming numbers are down.
Good.
And even if she wins and she gets the money, people will support this guy even more to make sure he recovers.
I hope so.
I hope so.
It's messed up but I mean, check it out, dude. You're right here in this source. Check it out. YouTuber Henry Resilient took a look at the alleged legal document, parsing out what it might mean in layman's terms. I mean, I don't know if we've ever been written about, but I mean, the fact that you only have like 6,000 subs and you're the one in here, they're using you as a source. I say congrats, man.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
pretty
it's
good.
MSN.
Man,
That's
I
good stuff.
appreciate it. I used to be an investigator for a company, and this was kind of about the realm of things I would do, fact find, basically. And when I saw this, I'm like, why are not people covering? This is the biggest streamer in the world. This is not just some random guy on YouTube.
Is he bigger
He
than
is-
PewDiePie?
I never heard of him.
He's on Twitch.
Oh, okay. So it's a
has the
different
most-
metric.
He will stream for about 20 hours. So when I say biggest
Holy
streamer,
shit.
yeah, he's done 24-hour streams before, 20-hour streams before, and he's making. If you could bet $500,000 on a soccer game,
You're
doing
obviously
alright
doing
in
pretty
life.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll never see that kind of money here. So
No.
Yeah.
nah,
I mean, we
yeah,
we
it's
try,
just-
but
because I tell the truth and I have a foul mouth.
yeah, there's that too. Yeah, yeah. YouTube doesn't take kindly to the truth. That's why we have to skirt around things so much.
Yeah.
Susie
But,
Q don't want to get her panties in a bunch.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
what men take from this is, you work your way up to be this high value man, and you just become a high value target.
Absolutely correct.
And
That is beautifully put.
Yeah.
That's bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone even called it in the chat. He averages 70,000 viewers per live stream.
All right.
70,000.
God damn.
We're lucky to have 1,500 people.
Yeah.
I'm lucky for a 200. When I streamed it, I only had 26 people in the chat. 26. And I just gave it my all and was like, hey guys, I don't know why more people in here, because this is if she proves that they're married, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
really bad. Because that'll set a legal precedent, and then dudes will be like, okay, fine, it's not even worth it to live with you anymore. Get your own place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
and he's bifurcating the trial, so he's going to have two trials. One to just determine if he's married,
Uh-huh.
and the second will be determining division of community assets, which I believe she's getting half of a McLaren because he didn't have a license. He doesn't have a license, so he bought this supercar worth $350,000, put her on the title to get it off the lot,
Big mistake.
and that's what is ultimately going to end. She's going to get half of that no matter what if she's on the title. That's
Yeah.
just how it
Wow.
works. And she also is getting a Tesla and maybe half of a BMW X6M or something.
Yeah. Listen, I even if I had that kind of money, I don't think I could buy stupid toys like that.
No.
I mean, I would buy like maybe a $5,000 or $6,000 hot rod, and
I don't
soup up-
know, Pop.
soup
Fix
up
it
the
up.
engine and stuff.
He's making $1 million a month.
I still
A month.
I grew up dirt poor. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
still,
hemorrhage
like-
money like that.
I make
Okay,
more
no-
money than my dad at this point in my life. Like, because my dad didn't even graduate high school. He had to bust his ass. He worked his way up to transportation manager of a major oil and chemical company, and he was doing pretty well for a guy with that background.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm making but double what my dad was making before he died, and I'm still just like, do I really need that?
What?
I don't know.
You're mature. We're mature. We would never do it. But give yourself $1 million a month at age like 25.
Oh, when you're young and dumb and full of stuff that rhymes with dumb. Oh
When you're
yeah, yeah.
25, you get $1 million a month.
That's the
Even at 25, I think I would maybe buy like one like flashy gimmicky thing. I just couldn't. I grew up dirt poor. I just could not waste money. like
Yeah.
that.
Me too. I grew up dirt poor too, but he's buying
And it seems like
McLarens and
most of the
$1 million
people-
homes.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, most of the people I knew that grew up poor, when they get money, they appreciate it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
as you
Absolutely.
should. I mean, if you come into money growing up dirt poor, it's because you worked your ass off for it.
Yeah.
And like you can tell, I mean, especially in the business that I work in, because I film a lot of weddings, you can tell who earned their money, and you can tell who just had it given to them.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
Yeah, unbelievable. So,
And then you can also tell who uses debt to make it look like they have money. Those are my favorite.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.